Last year, I built my own world for Star Wars called the Dark Universe. This year, I thought I'd start a new universe, a more fantasy-driven one that will incorporate fantasy, sci-fi, steampunk, and anything else I can think of. This map will grow and more will be added as I expand this universe, and we will meet the residents, myths, and legends, and possibly monsters, of this strange faraway land. Welcome to Shambleshire. My name is Aaron, and you're watching Terrain by Aaron. So, a few videos ago, I built the Sinclair house. If you've not seen that video, watch it first, then come back, as this is a build of what's underneath the Doctor's house. Like every good superhero, they need a cave, or ice palace, or bedroom. Dr. Sinclair built his house, or rather conjured his place of residence, over a portal to other realms. So to make that portal, I'm using 5mm foam board, cut a circle, and now I'm cutting out where I want the lava to be. I carefully use tweezers to extract a thin layer of foam in gaps so it gives the effect the lava is flowing through the bedrock. It's turning out to be a messy, unproven technique I'm hoping I can pull off. Happily, I can report there was no drama or injury in doing this, so I go about texturing the foam with some scrunched up kitchen foil. Once the texturing is done, I need to coat this with black acrylic paint. Once that paint is dry, I use one of the other half's makeup brushes to do a little light weathering with white paint. Now please do leave a comment on the video if you can tell me what easy way there is to paint lava. I have to admit I am totally out of my comfort zone on this, and I know I'm probably doing it all wrong, but that's half the fun of scratch building, making mistakes to learn more mistakes. Well, it's not going to win any awards, but I think it passes for what I want it to do. Once everything is dry, I pour resin on top of it just because I had some left, and call this job done. I make a quick check on how it will look with the cave floor over it. To give some texture to the floor, I use this plasterer's tape, which I place over the foam board. I seal this with a black paint Mod Podge mixture. This will help when I use super glue on the foam so it doesn't melt. I couldn't find any foam safe glue, so saved myself some cash by doing it this way. This is going to be one half of the cave, and this is where Sinclair basically parks his spectral car and has all his computers and stuff. So I made two side panels already painted in the Mod Podge mix. And it's also a perfect excuse to bring out lots of greeblies to start to build up the walls. So while I do that, it's Subscribers Corner. On screen are names of viewers who have left funny or informative comments. As they know, I reply to all comments, so why not ask a question or drop a hello? I also want to give a special thank you to my channel members who, for a few pesos a month, help me buy glue and materials. The tab is now called Join, right alongside the notification bell. Check it out. Every man cave needs a door, so I made one out of styrene. I dug out my panel molds and made some using acrylic resin. I don't need them to look perfect, as Sinclair's cave needs to be battered and bruised from all the encounters he's had with the afterlife. These molds work great with UV resin too. Just pour the resin in, zap it for a couple of minutes using a UV torch, and you get a little panel pop out. Simple, like myself. And they're available from Green Stuff World, who, if you're watching, I'm still waiting for your call since I'm doing a product placement. Oh, that would be so funny if they did call. Anyway, I get to placing greeblies on the walls of the garage. And it's also around this time viewers usually skip to the glamour shots and miss the code word, which if you include in your comment lets me know you watched all the way to the code word before then skipping to the glamour shots. So you're just going to have to be a little bit more patient before I drop the code word. Okay, I'm going to show you how I made the Dr. Sinclair chair. This is a random bit from the inside of a Nerf gun. It looks like a chair already, so there's not a lot that I'm going to need to do to it, well, apart from taking those two little nubs out. I then got some pokey ear sticks without the cotton and cut down to size. These bits will become the cushion for the chair, and I keep adding them until I've completely covered it. This is an alien egg that will become the stand for the chair. I'm also adding a skull either side of the chair to give it a little menace, and then add another skull as the headrest to give it that Dr. Phibes feel. Oh, and that was your code word if you were paying attention. I paint the chair black, and while I have the airbrush out, I'll start painting the side panel of the man cave. I saved you the boredom of watching me dribble up the other side of the man cave, so here it is. I'm now painting that black as well. Before I glue the lava pit into place, I need to add some detail. Using green stuff, I made some candles that I'll stick around the hole. My thinking for this is because the spectral car is powered by the supernatural, he parks it above the lava pit, which in some non-scientific way recharges all the power cells with witchcraft and incantations. And this is also the world of Shambleshire, where all logic is thrown to the wind. I want the walls to look grimy and dank, like the walls haven't been cleaned in years, so I'm going to airbrush white because dirt comes out better if I'm using white. While the walls dry, I'm just going to hit the chair with some white. I felt Sinclair's man cave should look like the car he drives, so I'm using gold and brass colour tones. The video link to his car build will be in the description if you haven't watched it already. To break up the colour, I painted the pipes red. I added some electrical wire to give it a little more chaos looking. So this is only half of Sinclair's cave. This side is where he monitors the daily going-ons in Shambleshire. He uses his spectral car to capture and contain the evil that lurks in and around the town. The other side of this cave will have the spirit containment unit, which I'm building as this video goes out, so keep an eye out for that one. So now it's time to add grime, and I'm a poet and I don't even know it. Yeah, that was pretty bad, wasn't it? I'm adding Vallejo's environment grime onto the walls before using kitchen roll to take off the excess paint. I'm trying to get it to look like the grime tried to crawl out of the pit and up the walls. So this is going to take one or two passes just to get the exact sort of look that I'm looking for. So while the walls dry, I'm going to hit the base of the cave with a metallic silver. Now that the base is done, I thought I'd add a fairy ring to the hole, so we have that yin and yang, that good versus evil feel. The evil is rising from the lava, but the fairies have the hole sealed with magic. It took some time, but I think the effect sells it, and well, it's the glamour shots next, so all that's left for me to say is thanks for stopping by and watching. Keep scratching that build, everybody.
Perfect.